Next decade of technology advance, everybody, yeah. Dude, you're not going to want to miss this movie. Yeah, you're not going to want to miss this movie.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go, but clearly we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting at more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. And 2024 is going to be one of our most entertaining years. We have the presidential election. We have the drums are beating. We have the emerging markets going to be flipping the switch on the fourth industrial revolution. Now, we had the Fed signal rate cuts, and they finally start to cut rates, and we know Japan is going to start raising rates, and those trillions of dollars that are sitting in money market accounts are going to start flowing over to the emerging market. And we know the master magicians are about to set up that distraction so they can cut rates while we still have inflation. And in the fourth quarter, once the election is over, the movie begins. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And we had Bitcoin and crypto pull back as I'm doing this video, moving slightly up. We have the stock market slightly down. And guys, we know Jerome is in the house. I told you this week would be a roller coaster ride. And then today is definitely going to be a volatile day because it's going to depend on every word that he says. Remember, this market is ran by an algorithm. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have Jamie Dimon says JP Morgan Chase is probably one of the biggest users of blockchain. And Onyx launched in 2020 and probably has moved trillions and trillions of dollars. The big banks and big corporations have been funding Bitcoin and crypto and blockchain from the beginning. All this AI, machine talk, digital assets was created by the banks. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, do not forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates, which are moving up. And like I stated, guys, whether it's a 25 basis points or 50 basis point cut, yield rates are going to start creeping back up. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have the dollar up, but of course, guys, it's still weak. We have volume in crypto up right now. We have Tether and USDC, and we have Revolut is set to launch its own stablecoin. And stablecoins are nothing but digital dollars. And then, guys, we have the Fed. Repo at $256 billion yesterday. And again, guys, we have Jerome finally in the house, and he's going to be cutting rates. And there's always a narrative when the Fed is in the house. And right now, it looks like they're going to be cutting 50 basis points. We know it doesn't make a difference because it's not going to help the markets. We're over 5%. He should be cutting about 200 basis points, or at least 100, as bad as this economy is. But this is part of the plan. They want to destroy this legacy market so the fourth industrial revolution can rise. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And we have Australia to prioritize wholesale CBDCs over retail. And remember, guys, it doesn't matter what country you go to, they all have a plan for this new digital economy. Whether it's stable coins or CBDCs, they are all getting prepared for these digital assets. And it's a global plan. And you can easily see that because everybody's moving in lockstep. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have the Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETFs. We have Blackrock, Fidelity, and Grayscale. Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETFs right now down. And getting over into a little crypto news. We have Google Cloud release Ethereum compatible RPC service. And this allows developers to access blockchain data and functionality through API calls. And we know eventually majority of these blockchains are going to be a part of this. But don't forget, when we see AWS go down, we've seen a lot of the projects go down. It's all connected, guys. That's what should scare you. We had the card company software get hacked, and all the major dealers were affected. Same thing with CrowdStrike. We saw majority of the airlines and other companies getting affected. It's letting you know we're just one big web. Everything is starting to connect, and remember, that's the goal. And that's the reason why it's so important for you to get in the lab to make sure you have a backup plan. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have former Coinbase executives introduce stablecoin native exchange, TrueX. And stable coins are going to be the foundation of the economy. Remember again, guys, stable coins are nothing but digital dollars. But then also in the fourth industrial revolution, liquidity is going to be so important because you're going to have real-time settlement. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And then lastly, guys, I went over this last night. We have Microsoft, Blackrock, and others want to raise $100 billion for AI data centers. And this is for infrastructure. And you're talking about trillion-dollar companies trying to raise money. But guys, we know they already have the money. And this technology is ready to go. Don't forget the Fed printed $8 trillion. They printed 80% of all money in existence within 2 years, and it was all for the moment we're in right now. And that's the push for this fourth industrial revolution, where the robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And guys, don't get distracted. They got a lot of things out there right now that will distract the masses. Don't get distracted off the plan. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.